Very good morning to each one of you. So I'm passing some resources. uh, so this is one of the teachings of IAT, where I realized that how a resource can play a magic with the children. When the teacher actually wants to tell a lot of things, if we give the children to touch that thing, that reaches them more closely. And I want to break my stereotype of being Punjabi, right? So I'm going to start with an English song, and I want you to sing along with me. And those, I love you to share the lyrics. Those who don't have, let's enjoy ourselves. It says, I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything. If you see wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future, even if you fail. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels. When I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the street. I have a dream. I have a dream, a fantasy to help me through reality. And my destination makes it worthwhile, pushing through the darkness, still another mile. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels. When I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the street. I have a dream. I have a dream. I'll cross the street. Thank you. So, the very beginning is the tool which a teacher has, the power that the teacher has with her. Also, I realized through IAT that how music can connect souls. Even if a person is with his nose up high, melts down with music. And music is not the tool only for the junior program. It's, I think, even we as adults can relate each one of our energies. So very beautifully we had the sessions of Morning Circle. And I think each one of us connected more after those sessions. So thanks to Ayat again. So my story of myself. So I'm a mother of two, a homemaker all my life, a proud homemaker by choice, a heritage parent, but the only thing I was wondering that what am I doing now? Am I actually passing my anxieties to my children? What should I do? To answer my daughter, the right way to answer her questions, I decided to enter IAT. But I realized it was not answering her, it was knowing about myself more. So IAT is a journey that looks outside, but actually the journey is inside. It is connecting with the self. Once you connect with the self, you connect with all. I still remember the line, the more personal we are, the more universal we are. That was a statement shared by Smriti Man during Nokashiyata's session. Actually, the more personal we are, the more universal we are. I could see it happening, and you actually feel the importance of a teacher to create the space all around us. I realize which are the steps am I not taking and why I am not taking those steps. Which is the jump that is needed and still I'm not taking. Is sitting in the comfort zone and thinking that I'm contented enough for me? These questions, especially belonging to a Punjabi family where menu is all in the mind, uh, is something really important to work upon. And I wish to help all my friends who are actually going through in the vicious circle of just cooking and mending things and still being like they're just homemakers. So I realized what are my hungers, what are the patches we are wearing. We all are wearing patches. And how beautifully Saiba's husband Gaurav said, is it authentic to share your emotions like that? Is it the community that you people really build on these 10 months? And wonders, that's Smriti's vision. That has created 10 months of pure sense of what humanhood is all about. To describe this course, this journey, in just 10 minutes is being unfair. Every moment I'm living a new vision to my life. It's a new perspective when I see, even when I'm seeing the board also. It's just I'm thinking, how am I using this board in my vision and how can I relate this board to my life? And when I'm relating it to myself, it gets automatically related to each one of us. So ayat is just not outside, it is more of inside. Of course, the big terms like purpose, reflection, which seem to be big, they were so approachable, they were within me, and yet they were missing. So I feel to describe my journey is something that I'm a new version of myself now after ayat. The mental models, the mental blocks we think we are proud of are something that need to be sorted out. And once you realize it, I think the very first step is the victory. The very, very first step, acknowledging it and not being conscious about that I'm being judged by you. Is just pure me for myself. That is the biggest achievement of ayat for my life. And of course, there's so many things happened during this ayat journey of ours. Sadanand's session was something that kept me thinking, and even now, I still remember he saying, over the walls lie the magical forest. And I'm just wondering, where is that magical forest? I've crossed the wall now. And I'm looking forward for the time to come. I know it's going to be very challenging. But am I really scared? I'm not now. I used to be. Pre-assuming things, preparing for the worst, hoping for the best. These kind of notions which we are actually, we are brought up with. But during this journey, whatever happens in life, has happened. Now it's the time how to deal with it. So this is a learning that cause and effect, and there is a path of that instinctive learning which we all studied in the philosophy life. Unknowingly, as a parent, we take away just to show that we love our children. We take that zone of instinctive learning from our children. So I'm very sorted. I thought that teacher is okay, it's not a tough job. After 6 months of ayat, I thought it's really tough. Now when the journey is coming to a closure, I have realized that it is just the scaffolding and just the space that I need to create where the children are going to explore on their own. And the one who learns the last is the one who learns the most. So I need to have a patience that how am I going to deal with the children? Is it going to be the time that's going to be the decider? Or it's going to be the experience that I have to let the children live with it. Of course, we discussed about processes that are fast and slow can be deeper ones. So there has been so much of learnings. When I just read your mail yesterday, I was thinking there's so much of learnings in ayat. Will it be justifying myself and I'll be just mentioning about few, but still I just categorized some of them and I decided to go about the ones which have really impacted me. One beautiful thing I realized through my CT, she's a fantastic person to work with. She's very polite. When I got Preeti ma'am as my CT, the very reaction of my daughter was that, at least mama, you'll start speaking softly now. Because she speaks really softly. And when I met her and I just watched her classes, I went back to my daughter, I said, she's soft, but she's firm. So that's that definitely comes with experience. But for me, to get her is some, the karma connection going on, that I have got a spot on teacher to learn something which is really missing in me. So thanks to Preeti ma'am for being with me always. And I can't tell how much I love her. Okay, and now comes the cheat sheets for the placement, and those are Samira's sessions. What sessions you give, ma'am? We all look forward to have your sessions. Maybe it's the Bloom was never that fancy what you made him. So the Bloom taxonomy and the way of giving feedback, not even talking back at home and starting with appreciation. Can you imagine, Samira, what have you done on us? I mean, it's amazing. And of course, the COGS learning cycle, the 70 cycles. The beautiful part was the differentiation. The very well said was Palak's diagram which she shared with us was providing different tools to different children. But how to prepare those tools was clarified in Samira's sessions. And the kind of very beautifully when she explained the level of engagement of children can be authentic and it can be passive. And as a teacher, how I need to cater it. It is something that I've learned in your sessions. And believe me, if you go through some of your sessions again and again, the placements become very easy. Because when I came from first interview, I was like, मैंने तो सब कुछ Samira ma'am वाला सुना दिया है. Earlier I was thinking, what sort of subjects have they kept? Child development, learning and teaching. And when Indu came inside, she said, what's the difference between learning, teaching, education, knowledge? I was like, wow, it looks all same. We hardly understood that. She came with facts, concepts, procedures, metacognition, dispositions, and something which is just around us, and we are just not giving importance to it to understand it. There's so fine difference between each one of them, and once as adults we understand, to approach to the children becomes really easy. So I think it has been a beautiful journey for me to learn so many things, and your MPL sessions really helped us insight. They helped us to connect within us. And of course, in building the community, there were difficult conversations in the community. And I think it's okay to have a chaos inside you. The chaos is the reason that you guys are thinking. And the community we have built here so far appears to me really authentic and approachable. I feel I don't hesitate approaching any one of you. It's just because of those MPL sessions that we had together. And we understood to accept the other person the way that person is. So, again, and moving to Tapaswani ma'am's classes, child development classes, really thoughtful classes. I think they're a must. I think the government should make them mandatory for any couple to become a parent. They should know what are the series a child goes through, so that their needs are different and we are catering them different. It's just not that the ones who are catering, they're not doing their bit. They are doing their bit. But the problem is that the needs are different and the resources are different. So to have that kind of being on the same page is so very important. And so many other classes like philosophy, social science. Earlier I used to think, why this particular subject is there? Why sociology? Why social science? But during that course I realized I think it was needed really immensely. As a teacher, we need to know that. And the visit to Mirambika, where the name of the classes were joyful, endurance, integrity, and sincerity. Can you believe it? And these are the 4 things we as conventional parents try to take away from the children. We are not bothered whether they are joyful. We are not concerned about their endurance. We are not concerned about integrity at all. And sincerity, we try to pose it. But again, we put some patches, sincere to whom and why. When I entered Mirambika, it's a whole world altogether. Even the visit to Jodo Gyan, visit to SDMC, we could touch each and every section of society, and as a teacher, how important it is to know about it. it is really a transformational journey for me, not only to understand what a teacher is all about, but also to become a very, very important thinker who knows how to reflect, how to move, how to take step forward. So I hope I do justice to all my doings, and now the hero's journey is going to a closure, and there's another call. So I feel the whole thing of ayat, that's what I was sharing with Samira ma'am and Preeti ma'am, that ayat is something like marriage of my friend. She's got married now. I've understood what marriage is. Now, after getting placed, it's something now I have to behave in the marriage. So how is going to be all about? So all my learnings are something that I'm going to really integrate in myself, and I hope I give justice to what I have learned here and make all my teacher educators, my CT, all my friends and family proud one day. Thank you so much.